My name is Funke Egbemode, Commissioner for Information and Civic Orientation, Osun State. He has shown that he's a man that can be trusted in every sector. He has touched the lives of the people in the way they can feel it. It's one thing to have a policy that is high-sounding, but we have a governor who has come to the level of the feelings and the needs of the people. In our Greek, he has touched the farmers, ensured that we have improved seedlings, we have improved ways of doing, of seeing our Greek as not a vocation, but a business. In commerce, I am particularly impressed with the empowerment programs, because it's one thing to be able to tell your boss that we have spent 2 billion or we have spent 10 billion on empowering youths, on microcredit facilities. It's another for your principal to tell you, good, that is nice sounding, but I want to see the faces, I want to hear the voices of those who benefited. And as the Ministry of Information, we actually went out and did a documentary on those who have benefited from the empowerment programs of this administration. And it was really, really interesting. It was encouraging. It was inspiring that you have a governor who doesn't want statistics. He wants the bare facts. The same way he has touched lives in education. He came into office and every federal constituency he went to had different needs. But there was one particular need that everybody agreed on. And that is the education policy does not work for Osun. Does not work for the people who voted. And they wanted a change. And that's exactly what he did. That's why we have a review of the education policy. And when you go to the health sector, it's not just at the level of refixing, revitalizing the primary healthcare centers. It's also at the level of improving the school of nursing, the intakes, the number of resident doctors we have now, paying conhairs and comers and ensuring that when strikes are going on everywhere, whether it's in ASU or in NARD or NMA, we're not touched. So that's what I mean by what the governor has done. You just summarize it in a man who feels the pain of his people and came to fix that pain. Of course, people who are now who have nothing to campaign with are saying that it's a given that the governor should pay salaries. But when salaries were being owed, being divided by 2 or being divided by 4 in this state, they made it a campaign issue. But this governor has taken that away from those who campaigned with it. In spite of the lean purse, the governor has been able to do everything that needed to be done in the public service. For us, we are proud of what he has done, but he keeps telling us that there is more that he wants to do for those who are keeping the machines of the government running, the public servants. They have kept faith with him and said that he will continue to make them happy. He's a man with foresight. He knew what he wanted to do. He came into office to do those things, and he has not relented. He has limitless energy. And like I said, we could go on and on. I've not talked about mining. I've not talked about water resources. I've not talked about tourism. It's gone everywhere. And as far as it's concerned, it's just getting started. As a gentleman, I'm a journalist who has gone to virtually all the states of the Federation. I've reported happenings in the polity from 1999 when we returned the state, the Nigerian state back to democracy. And you don't find a lot of gentleman politicians in Nigeria. He is a gentleman politician. He is a man of his words. He's a man who thinks long and hard before taking a decision, thinks long and hard before reviewing a policy, thinks long and hard about the implications of his actions. He has this father figure aura about him, like a man you can run to and ask for advice. And you know that his advice will not lead you astray. He is a leader who wants everybody to grow. Is not like that proverbial cock that doesn't want the little ones to crow. And wherever you find him, there is that calmness. He's not first, even on the day that bullets were fired and he was attacked. 1 hour later, he was back in his living room and dishing out fresh instructions on how to fix the state and how to move forward. Outside the example of how God loves him, how the mantra Ileri Oluwa is not just something that is a phrase. Look at what happened with the returnees in Ejigbo. If God was not in this administration, we would have run into a lot of trouble in the states and all the neighboring states too, because the returnees were not just indigenes of Osun State. But somehow God led him to fix the Ejigbo General Hospital. God is in this business with him. God is in this administration with him. And then at every turn he acknowledges God. So it's not just an inspiring leader. It's a leader who knows who is leading him. He follows God in taking decisions. He puts the fear of God in all of us. He makes us consider the hand of God in whatever we're doing. For me, as a media handler, for me, as one in charge of a ministry that is about his image, he told me, reports, talk only about what I am doing. Don't let anybody distract you. Don't let anybody pull you into a fray. Don't respond to everything everybody says. And you will see that it's only when it's absolutely necessary that you hear the voice of the Commissioner for Information or see a statement from this ministry. That's an instruction from him. He doesn't want to dignify every controversy or every unfounded truth with a response. When he needs to talk, he wants people to talk about what he's doing. And that is what we do. He's a good man with limitless energy. His energy is, I keep asking him, even as I think about 2 days ago, that he needs to tell us the agbo that he uses that gives him that energy. And then he offered us his tea. He takes his tea in the open. He said there's nothing to it. I think he just enjoys putting a smile on the faces of the Osun people. I would say he has done more than he promised. He has made it comfortable for me to want to keep this job. You know, there are governors. I also have friends, and I've had friends holding this kind of office. And when we sit outside of their states, you know that they're just sitting there and waiting for when they will be able to run away. I'm very comfortable defending him because there's really nothing to defend. He's done very well. I do not know how many governors have to deal with this kind of, have this kind of lean purse at their disposal and has been able to do as many things and as much as he has been able to put in the system. I think he will be remembered as a governor who changed the face of governance, who showed that. This morning I woke up thinking that this alternative funding approach, mark my words, will soon be copied by the federal government, and we will own it publicly when the federal government starts copying Osun, because there's so much to be copied from a leader who leads the way Governor Oyetola leads. The governor chose his cabinet carefully. I want to recommend the way he chose members of his cabinet to other leaders across the nation. And of course, I thank him all the time. I appreciate him all the time. I tell people that The governor has been very supportive of the Ministry of Information. The people in this ministry have also told me that the support that the ministry has received is unprecedented. He actually wants us to run as a media house. And we just this morning took delivery of a press crew bus. We are very happy, and I'm very happy that he gave me the opportunity to serve, that he singled me out, that he sought me out, spoke to me himself, and asked me to come serve. So my loyalty is to him 100%, and I'll never forget this opportunity to serve my people and to learn more about governance. For those of us who are born and bred in Osun, we know where we're coming from, and we've had governors in the past. This is a committed man. I grew up here, and I've seen what he has done in the last 3.5 years. I think July 16 should be a day to say well done. It should be a day to say thank you. It should be a day to say we want more. And I want the people of this state to go out in their numbers and let's secure our future. It's not about Oyetola. It's about, did he do well? Do we want something better to be done? Who can do it? Who has done it is the only way. That those are the questions we should ask ourselves. He has done well. We want him to do better. Let's go out and vote. Let's be peaceful. Let's remember that the person we are electing is a gentleman. The man in the office is a leader who is calm. Let's go out calmly, make our choice. Put this man back in the saddle. It's not because we just love him. It is because we love ourselves, and we should put ourselves forward first. We should not be swayed by those who have nothing to promise. It's just like a man who wants to marry a woman and all he can say is, I've got dollars, I've got pounds, I've got euros. There's more to picking the man in your life than what's in his pocket. We have to think of what's in his head. You have to think of what his vision is. So July 16, we should do what is needful for ourselves, for our children unborn, by ensuring that this man completes what he has started. And what should we expect from him? We should expect more flyovers. We should expect that he will touch the education policy. I mean, he came in spite of there is no money, there is too little money, we are stretched thin, and then we have extra 1,000 teachers. We need him to come back and employ more. We need him to build flyovers. I wouldn't mind one in my local government. We need him to attract more health sciences universities. We need more empowerment for our young people. We need to be the reference point for sports and youth policies. As a state, we need the nation to come see what we're doing. And personally, I want him to come back and fix tourism and take our mining to another level. This is one state that has a gold refinery. We didn't have gold refinery 4 years ago, and that gold has been there since forever. We need this man to come do more. And let's pray that God will continue to strengthen him and give him the vision and foresight to serve us better. My name is Funke Egbemode, Commissioner for Information and Civic Orientation, Osun State.